Hi guys, back again with another video. Now this time we are going to do the full review of the LG Tone Active Plus. Now these are basically I call them an all-rounder kind of earphone, which are around the neck style ones. So it's not a new headphone or earphone or around the neck earphone, Bluetooth earphone. It's actually pretty old, but I generally do my reviews after minimum 5 to 6 months. So this one I'm doing a review after 8 months of usage. So basically I bought it 8 months back and I've used it till now, and now we are going to do the review of it. So I've broken down the entire process into a few categories. So let's go ahead and start the review. Number one, look and feel. Now the entire earphone is made of plastic. There's no metal involved in it. But even with no metal, this is actually premium. The quality is very good. This entire part is rubber till here, and this part is plastic. But even with that, it's very strong. 8 months of usage and nothing has happened to it. Now the buttons are actually tactile. They are well spaced, so if you look at the buttons, they have enough distance between it so that you can actually touch it and then you will know that which button it is. Normally in a lot of earphones where they cramp in a lot of buttons, it's really difficult to understand which one is which. It does take time to get used to the buttons, but once you get used to it, you really get used to these kind of earphones more, because this can actually do forward this can actually forward a song, not change the song. As in, now with less buttons, what happens is you go to next track when you keep the button pressed. This one will allow you to forward the music. So that's missing in most of the earphones now, because the buttons are getting limited. Now you will find earphones with just one button. So there is no option, so you cannot do like 6 clicks, 7 clicks, 10 clicks. Hey, you'll go mad. So this one actually has all the buttons. So look and feel wise, it's very nice, very good build quality. After 8 months of usage, this band is still flexible and nothing has happened to it. Normally the flexible bands, the wires in between get bad, they break inside, a few earphones that I've shown where the band actually breaks. This one, nothing has happened, and it hasn't lost its shape. The shape is still the same, and it's still working, no problems. Number two, earphone and speaker sound quality. Now the sound quality on them, they are not meant for heavy bass. This is a balanced sound kind of a earphone where you'll get balanced sound, you'll get enough of bass. The treble is also okay, the mids are also okay, everything is balanced. So it's okay for everyone. In the gym, in the starting, I used to feel that the sound is a little less. I do not get enough of volume from it, but because of the earbuds, they are actually in-ear earbuds, so it actually keeps the outside sound out. So even that not so loud sound is okay for me. I got used to it, but a lot of people will have a problem with this, that it's not loud enough. Now let's talk about the speaker. Now the speaker is good when you're listening to music. So when you're listening to music, this is right here, so the ear is close by, so you'll be able to hear the sound nicely. But that's only when you are inside in a place where there's not much of sound. Then you'll be able to hear everything good. But if you go out in traffic, if you are in the mall, or if you're walking around, then you can't really hear much from it, even on high volume, because this actually, the sound gets muffled with the entire background sound. So in most of the advertisements, it's shown that you can use it while you're riding or biking or jogging and all these things. Yes, you can, but if there's too much of background sound, you won't be able to hear it even in full volume. You won't be able to make sense out of the music. You'll hear something is going on, but it will not be clear. The second part is, if you are on a phone call, only one speaker works. This one, the right one, that's the only speaker works on phone calls. Stereo is only supported in music. So this is a big issue. You don't realize it right now. I realized it when I was playing PUBG. So in PUBG, you have a team talking to each other. So there's the background music, the gunshot, and the entire background, whatever is going on, plus the teams talking to each other. So that's actually media audio and call audio mixed together. So this one has a problem with call audio. So when you have call audio involved, the second speaker goes off. Now when you're playing PUBG, you actually hear the footsteps, you know where the person is coming from. Now this with the speaker will not give you that option. So you will be hearing everything from one side, so you'll not be able to recognize where the gunshot is coming from, where a person is walking, or whatever sound is all coming through a mono speaker then. So that is bad for me. That I've tried a lot of things to maybe trick it to use it in a different way, but no, you cannot do that. The only option you have is you can take the sound as a media audio sound through another Bluetooth transmitter. So if you use another Bluetooth transmitter which actually gives everything as a media sound, there's no call audio involved, then you can use it as stereo speaker. But that's a complicated thing. If you want me to make a video on that, I'll make it. Just let me know in the comments. Now this has Bluetooth 4.2 and has the ability to play 24-bit audio with aptX HD codecs. So that's something that not a lot of earphones have. This is something that this earphone has, but unfortunately even with that aptX codecs, the sound quality is not that great that you can actually enjoy it that much. Number 3, microphone sound quality. Now this earphone has 2 microphones. Now let me just show you. One is over here right in front, and the second one is over here on the other side. Now the problem with that is, now even though this is supposed to do noise cancelling, the problem is, since one mic is here and one mic is here, it almost gets the same sound. So what's it going to cancel? So if you look at my Samsung Level U review, that has a noise cancelling mic at the back. So it actually gets different sound from the front one. So the front one gets your voice and the back one takes the background. So that is a good design. This is not. So in my test, whatever noise cancelling test I did, it was almost cancelling my sound also. So the noise cancellation is not that great. It's there in case you're in an environment which is not that loud, then it works fine because it's able to distinguish between your voice and the other sound. But if you're like riding a bike or something, or if you're outside in the crowd, or if you're in a public place like in a disc bar or whatever, then it does not function very well. So I was really disappointed with that. It's LG, so I did not expect that from it, but yes, that is a problem. Number 4, fit and comfort. So basically this fits almost all regular neck. It fits me well, but there's one problem. Now this earphone actually grabs your entire neck. So till here it's grabbing me. A lot of people don't like that because they don't like wearing accessories. They don't like wearing anything which is grabbing their neck. So this will grab your neck from here till here, as you saw. So if you have a big neck, it's going to be an even bigger problem. It can actually flex, but it'll still be grabbing your neck. So a lot of people don't like that design. You would have seen most of the earphones actually grab you from the back. After that it goes straight. So that's good, but that's not that great when you're using it in the gym or running and all, because it falls back. This doesn't fall back. It stays in place, and it's good for the gym because of this reason, that it actually grabs your neck. Now if you're not a fan of it, then I would not suggest you to use this, because if you're using it in the gym, since it's grabbing your neck, when you're sweating, or if you're just jogging, running, or doing your daily day-to-day work and you sweat a lot, then this entire thing will become sticky, and then it will be moving around your neck, and then you'll feel irritated. So I do feel irritated sometimes when I'm using it for a long period of time, so I remove it and keep it. In case I'm sweating a lot, like I'm going to the gym, I'm going for a jog, or I'm doing something where I'm sweating a lot, then this does irritate you a little bit. So in case that's one of your concerns, then stay away from it. Number 5, hardware features. So basically this has very good hardware features. They have actually a lot of hardware buttons, and they double as a second option. So basically you have equalizer on it. So if you double press this button, it'll change the equalizer from regular, bass, and treble. So 3 options, but those 3 options are not available on your speakers. It's only for your earphone, just to let you know. They have switches to change it from speaker to regular mode, and to power on and power off the earphone. Now that's excellent. You don't have to double press or do all these things. For all that, you have regular keys. Now you have separate keys for volume, you have separate keys for forward back, you have the forward back actually works for next track and also works for forwarding the track, as in you can move ahead in time in that soundtrack. Nowadays people who don't even realize that there was an option like that. Yes, before you could do a forward instead of skip track. Now that option is in this. In case you are looking for something like that, this is the best option. I don't have any other earphone which does that. Number 6, so it actually has software functions too. So this earphone, I can talk about hardware and software both, because this comes with a software, so you can install a software on your Android device and on your iOS device. One bad thing though is for iOS device it doesn't have all those fancy functions like readouts and all these things. On Android device you get the full function. It actually reads out messages to you, it'll announce the caller's name. You can use Siri, sorry, you can use the voice assistants. You can do all these things on a Android device. On iOS it still works. You can double the multifunction button works, but it's not, you won't get that many options as a regular Android will get. So that's a problem. I'll be showing you the software later on so that you know what all options you get with the software. Number 7, battery life. Now that's where this actually excels. Now since the size is that big, they've got enough of battery space, they've got enough of space to put in a bigger battery. So it actually works for 17 hours of 17 days of standby time, 13 hours of talk time, 9 hours of music time on earphone, and 4.5 hours of music time on speaker. So in testing, that's what I got. It's advertised as 12 hours, but for around 9 hours is good enough. That much you will get from your earphone. So speakers do take a lot of power, so that will go to around 4.5 to 5 hours, but otherwise excellent battery life. Now it takes only 2 hours to charge it full, so once it's fully charged it goes on for 12 hours, so 9 hours or so. So that's a good option in case you want a earphone which goes on for your entire day. This almost comes close. There are other earphones which go more, which goes till like 12 hours, actually 12 hours or so. So they do not have this many functions though, so that's a trade-off. Number 8, IP rating. So basically this has an IP rating of IP64, so it's sweat proof, so light rain and all is okay, but you cannot really take it underwater, or can't really put sprays, can't spray it with water or anything. Those things will the water will go in that. So it's not recommended for that, but I have actually taken it to the steam room. I have taken it through rain and nothing has happened to it as yet. So I have made a video on that, so in my channel if you want you can see that. If I remember to put the link, then it will be there right there, and you can see that video too. So all in all, excellent waterproofness. I have not found any issues, but officially it's only IP64 rated. Now that we've actually spoken about everything possible with this earphone, let me talk about some things which I do not like, or which you may not like. So a lot of good things, but there are some bad things too. So the first not so good thing is, number 1, the bass is not that great. So in case you compare it with other earphones which are HD, the sound quality is not as par to them, but it's good enough. So that's the only reason why this earphone is not doing that great, because when you actually compare the sound for the price, the actual MRP is 12,000 rupees. But right now if you go to Chroma store and all, you will get it for 4,900 and all. In some places it's below 5,000 rupees, so that's good enough. At that price it's an excellent buy, so don't even look anywhere else. But for 12,000, number 2, step count. So it has a function of counting your steps. There's a LG health option, so it will tell you how many steps you actually walked, but since it's around your neck, it can't really get your movement correct. So the actual data is not accurate, it's way off. So if you compare it with like a smart band, smartwatch, it's actually way off. So in case if you are relying on the step counter, I will not recommend this one for you. third point, which I already spoke about, the speaker problem. Now the earphone gives stereo sound, but the speaker, when you're on a call, does not give stereo sound. It only works on the right hand side. And when you're outside, when you're in a crowded area, then the speaker sound is muffled. You cannot really hear anything. And if you're wearing something which actually covers, like right now it's covered, the sound gets muffled because the jacket or whatever pullover, whatever you're wearing, it will cover it and the sound will get muffled. So that's one problem, but that's nothing that they can do anything about, because the speaker positioning is actually correct. So if you put it back, it's not going to be good. If you put it in front, it's not going to be good again. So that's something that you'll have to live with. Number 4, the equalizer on this does not work with the speaker. So if you want bass from the speaker, if you want treble from the speaker, it does not work. So if that was an option, then I could have used it in treble mode, which would have given more sound out of the speaker, and I'll be able to use it outside. But I cannot change that option. The equalizer only works on the earphone. So if you take the earbuds out and use that, that works. Other than that, it does not. Number 5, iOS does not have many options. You do not have voice notifications, message readouts, and you do not have any of those fancy functions that your software will give you. So somehow it's been 8 months and still no function. So it's been the same. I don't think it's going to come very soon, even if it comes. So if you are an iOS user, then don't think about the audio features that this one gives. It's advertised on the box, but you will not be able to use it. Number 6, and my last not so good point, is basically this is too big. If you look at it, the sides are too big. So when you're wearing a formal shirt or formal clothing, if you are wearing it and you want to use it in the office, you can't use it because it will bulge out. So it will be seen very nicely. And if you try to put it under the collar, like there are some LG tones which can actually be put under the collar, and you won't come to know about it, which are thinner from the front and bigger, and they're flatter, so they actually fit better. This one is round. If you look at it, it's actually rounded. So this is not that great with, it's not good with formals at all. So in case you want to use it for formal occasions, you want to use it in your office and stuff, then I'll not recommend this for you. If it's allowed in your office, then it's fine, because this will be visible. Okay, so those were the points that I wanted to talk about. Now let's talk about the pricing. It was actually launched for 12,000 rupees, but now you can purchase it for below 5,000 in a lot of places. But if you are one of the lucky ones who can find it. Now this has, as soon as the prices went down, it went down to around 5,000, 4,000, 4,600 and something is the chroma price. So as soon as it went down, it all got sold off. So now it's very difficult to find it. If you're able to get it, then good. So the final thought. So basically, no matter whatever said and done, these are one of my favorites. I use them wherever I go. I know that these are rough and tough. I can actually fold it like this and then keep it in my pocket and nothing actually happens to it. So I don't have to worry about this earphone. I use it in the gym, I use it when I'm biking, I'm doing whatever, I use them. I don't have to be worried about them getting lost. Yes, I like the sound quality of my other earphones better. Like the regular ones that I use are the Beats or the Jabras or the Jaybirds, but they have a problem that I have to store them somewhere. Like the truly wireless one, I have to put it in the box, and after I put it in the charging case, I have to store it somewhere. This I don't have to think about. So in case I don't want to carry bulk with me, I just take this. Even though this is bulky, this actually helps you in wearing it and forgetting it. So I don't have to think about it, I don't have to manage it, I don't have to do anything with it. It just stays there. Long battery life, good sound quality, not great but good sound quality, and it gives me the flexibility of using it with the speaker and with the earphone. And this is one of those show-off earphones where you can actually put on the switch and the sound comes out of the earphone, and then people start asking, oh, whoa, what is that? So it's that kind of an earphone. So if you want to show off, it's a good earphone for you. If you want to use it in the gym, it's a good earphone for you. If you want to use it for your daily day-to-day things, watching a movie, whatever, it's a good earphone for you. So all in all, excellent earphone, barring the problems that I told you about. So that's it for this video. If you like the video, please subscribe with the like button and do comment, and I'll see you again with another video. Bye bye.